My name is Rhapsody and welcome back. Welcome back. I want the classroom outside. I want to do my 9 classroom run. Unfortunately, it does look, by the way, that the moon pendant that we had last episode, the 2 moon pendants the game was showing that I had last episode, not in my inventory, but when I was trying to trade items, it showed that I had to. Yeah, it didn't give us the effect of 2 of them. We've just got the sleeping mask and the compass. Oh well. I really want some influence over reroll, like an ivory die would be lovely. Gallery, I have been waiting for you because I do think I might know the final one. Let's do it. Commissary out of these is... this one up to the left would be lovely. Ooh, mailroom. Yeah, but passageway has 2 additional exits, and that's pretty important right now. Okay, so... It's infinity, or is it 8? And we know that the final can be ATE. So, if we use this as our limiter, what else can we get? These are sins. That's a fin. These are nails. And they are in. So maybe it's not emptate. Maybe it's... sinate. Because sin was possible to be here. Okay. So, what can make a word with this? Out of the letters that we have access to. Let me get back to my gallery page. Un momento, por favor. Okay. Here we are. So, D is the first letter, and then we have every vowel. So, dacinate. Decimate. Dissonate, docinate, docinate. Nothing. However, the one that I was thinking of was dominate. Okay, it's not. Nominate? Rominate, pominate. Okay, never mind. Right, so let's put that back to being an S and see if there's any further thing there. S. So, next letter. Gassinate, gessinate, gissinate, gossinate, gussinate? No. Hassinate, hessinate, hissinate, hossinate, hussinate? No. Lassinate. Lessinate. Lissinate. Lossinate. Loosinate. No. Luminate. To think, to ponder, to realize, and to luminate. Damn it. Ruminate! Yep. It's got a door. It's a room. Hell yeah. Do I get new? Wait, what? Oh, whoa. Whoa! What? Key 8 will presumably unlock room 8. What is... is this one of those secret garden situations? Do I have to know? I'm just going to use it. I'm just going to use it the next opportunity I have. I'm going to try and open a door with it. Oh, Majoris. There's a sale over here. Clovis the key, slice, apple. Oh my god, the benefits, the benefits! I gotta say, I really want the treasure trove. It's so much money. presumably will unlock room 8. I mean, I'm not gonna go for that one just yet. So I had noticed that this one's missing. Oh, gallery, and then it's right. Okay. Well, yeah, I think it's gonna be a secret garden situation. I'll literally just be able to spawn it somewhere. Pool hall, chapel. Pool hall and chapel are both equally useful here, so I'll take pool hall. Just because it could be a security keycard, it's really important for me to solve this puzzle when it comes up. 19 minus 14 is 5. 12 minus 7 is still 5. Times by 4 is 20. Wow, this one's really simple. 12 minus 11 is 1, times by 2 is 2, times by 4 is 8, times by 1 is 8, divided by 4 is 2. And that is 4 squared is 16. 1 times 5 is 5, minus 1 is 4, squared is 16, divided by 16 is 1. Oh, this one's got a lot more than the other ones. Right, got it. So it's easier, but it's going a lot longer. 1 and 2 is 3. Times by 7 is 21. Minus 5 is 16. Invert that to 61. Minus 10 is 51. Invert that back to 15. Negative 3 times by 3 is negative 9. Plus 10 is 1. Times by 1 is 1. 20 and 10 is 30. Times by 2 is 60. Round to the nearest 100 is 100. Times by 3 is 300. Round to the nearest 100 is still 300. Divided by 10 is 30. Divided by 15 is 2. Hey! I was wondering what was going on there. The Bullseye Trophy! You've been awarded the Bullseye Trophy for solving 40 dart puzzles. In recognition of your mathematical precision. Excellent. So, hang on. How many do I have? 5 now. Complete the Mount Holly Directory. I'm missing 2 for that. Solve the puzzle in room 8 on rank 8. In room 8 on rank 8. So I need to... Got it. Got it. So I need to summon it on rank 8. About the entire showroom. Yes. We've seen how to do that. Reach room 46 in 1 day and under an hour. Both of those are going to require a new run, as I understand. Darebird and Cursed Trophy. Those are just going to be individual runs. Commissary. I mean, everything's on sale. Can't see a reason to limit the amount of gems I have right now. Great Hall. I do like it. Yeah. I gotta be honest, I'm actually not against the idea of taking the weight room again. I have so many open rooms. I'll take mail room. How much lockpicking kit and 2 gems? See how good our lockpicking is in this room. Okay. I mean, my lockpicking basically managed to open all of the doors that weren't relevant, but that's fine. I shouldn't just try key 8, right? No, it'll literally just be like this a bit, yeah. Thank you. I spend a key, I get 2 keys back. This one's gonna have also the lever and a key. Hell yeah, pays for itself. Okay. Now, heading out to the corner. Oof. Bedroom, patio, and guest bedroom. Unfortunately, all of these will terminate our pathing. I suppose bedroom? Terminate our pathing south, that is. Chapel. Still don't have any ivory dye. I'd really like to have just any form of control over rerolls right now. Take dining room and I'll draw off the other side before I continue. Funeral parlor and hallway both lead out in the same direction. I think it's funeral parlor. And then I don't even go inside. Security. I'm fully fine with the way that forms. But also, I don't have a key card. Oh wow, it's key card locked on both sides. That's actually really unfortunate because we have medium lockage as well. That's very unlucky. Set the lock level low. Get it ready to turn off. And then also set up our experiment. This is what I am paying most of my attention to right now. Because it offers consistent, permanent growth. And also meta goals in here. That is the delivery of those letters, as well as much higher priority in my mind, the removal of crates from the tunnel. Damn. Each time you draft an upgraded floor plan, or for each bedroom you draft after your second, or each time you eat an apple. Set your dice to 2, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance, or permanently increase your lockpicking skills. Permanently increasing our lockpicking skills or adding to our allowance, both are good. But I'm gonna go die for upgraded floor plans. The reason I'm doing this is because this will give me full control over what I spawn outside. So, right now, when I draft my next and get 2 die, I will then leave the house. I'm going to go to the outer room. I'll re-roll the outer room until I generate the schoolyard, and then I'm doing my 9 school run. Yes, bedroom, secret passage. I mean, secret passage into a green room isn't bad. Spare bedroom, though. I literally just told you that I needed to draft a room, an upgraded room, and then it offered me one, and I was like, well, but what about the other things I could take here? We already have all of the gems appropriate. We are very well set up to do a schoolyard run. I've even got treasure trove spawned, so I'll have the ability to take that back as well to the next day. It has so much money in it. Root cellar, tool shed, and shelter. No thank you on these. Hovel, schoolhouse. Now I just need to spawn 9 schoolhouses, and I have rerolls available to do so. Pool Hole has already given me a single drafting room in the house as well, so I have 2 rerolls from the first classroom that we managed to spawn. I'm going to try and spawn one out of the Pool Hole. I really do need, do I really need? I would like to have rotation available. Dormitory, observatory, and hallway. Observatory is very good. Hallway leads in a good direction. I'm gonna reroll. Showroom. Yep. Moon pendant, ornate compass. There we go. That's the ability to reroll, or rather rotate the first 3 that we draw. And then chronograph, the ability to rewind. Moon pendant, silver spoon. I'm just going to buy out the shop. And again, if I do get another 41, I'll come back for the trophy of wealth. Classroom. I'm so glad. No additional item, it looks like, in this room. Ooh. Dormitory. Definitely can't do that. Library does lead out in the right direction. But I also have 3 available redraws. Den. That leads in good directions for us as well. But also I can literally just rewind back to the den if I want to. I'm going to rewind back to the den. I can totally just put a classroom there. There's no real reason that I wouldn't want to. Also, why would I need the dormitory when I get 10 steps from every apple in every classroom? Library is another drafting type room. Breaker box would give me the ability to open the other 2 adjacencies out of security, which actually, that's very appealing right now. Let's head back that way. Don't need to go to the funeral parlor just yet. I imagine I won't need to at all. It's time to set the security level high again. Now that I've bypassed them. That's only 3 dots on this, so that's also not related to Randolph's letter. Classroom leads in the right direction. Oh, that's a classroom. I'll rotate it. So spawn grades 3 and 4 now. These can just have additional items on the desk. I'm only really being very cursory in my search for those at the moment. Rotate the classroom. It goes out the right direction. Head through this classroom. Thank you very much for the apple. Unfortunately, I can't... okay, I'm just going to redraw until I get something that opens to the north. Actually, Gymnasium already does that. Alright. It's Gymnasium. Unfortunately, Gymnasium is not upgraded, so it does not give us 2 die there as an additional roll factor. Oh boy. Yeah, Observatory would be great. Actually, I have 49 stars right now. Observatory would give me 50, and then I would have infinite control over every reroll in every available position. I'm going to lead this back this direction. Oh, no, it's just before that still. Florealis, Bloom the Sky, Southern Cross, Clavis the Key, another Apple benefit, 2 more chests, Diamondus Major, my gosh. Sorry, Diamondus Minor, what was that time? Classroom. Classroom, and it's leading in the right direction as well. Apples are super delicious today. 16! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. Oh, vestibule opens in all available directions. I do think that's important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Classroom. Courtyard leads in some good directions there as well. And then that gives us even reroll access. I'm going to rotate this classroom to head downwards, and boom. So that's 7 and 8. Now I only need to spawn 1 more classroom. And I'm going to say that bad boy's going to go right here. Boiler room, rotunda, no. I know there's another classroom in the pool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there's 1 more. We got 8 added, and we have 1 in the default pool. So you can't trick me. I mean, Chamber of Mirrors would give me the ability to draft a classroom again. What if I did that? I think I do. Oh, never mind. We just got the classroom on this side anyway. All's well. Classroom number 9. Final exam! Please take a seat. In a moment. Graduation, 8 years certainly flew by. Reddington Elementary. All right, I'm ready. Oh, we have 30 minutes on the clock. Mount Holly Elementary, final exam, instruction. Your page has begun. You will now have 30 minutes to complete the next 18 pages of questions related to the curriculum covered over the previous 8 grades. If you do not know how to answer the question, skip it and come back later. This is an open book exam. You may use your notes and retrieve information from other rooms to help you as long as you complete the test within 30 minutes. As long as you finish your exam, will be graded remotely and tests will be followed to you the next day. Next page. Sam left his house at 6 a.m. and drove 5 hours west and passed 8 flags. He then turned north at Tanner Fork and drove 2 hours north and passed 4 flags of the same color before arriving at Trinsdale at noon. What color were the flags? Wow. Sam left his house at 6 a.m. and drove 5 hours west and passed 8 flags. He turned north at Tanner Fork and drove 2 hours north and passed 4 flags of the same color before arriving at Trinsdale at noon. What color were the flags? They would have to be red, I believe. In the above situation, where does he live? Oh dear. That's a great question. Let's have a look at some of our screenshots. So, I think probably the most useful for this... Do I have even a local map of this area? I don't think the previous classes gave me a local map of this area. However, there was a map of... Oh no, I didn't take a screenshot of that. It doesn't look like. Oh god. I have very little geography knowledge here, it looks like. Damn. Okay. Oh, hang on. Sightseer's Guide. Botanical. There's the Tanner Fork. So... He passed his house, left his house at 6 a.m. and drove 5 hours west past 8 flags. He then turned north at Tanner Fork, right? So he was going from outside of Reddington up through Trinsdale. But if he was leaving to head into the Botanical Gardens from the west... I mean, he's that far in the east. I think it's a Raja. I'm very quickly just going to check in the map. I mean, it really depends on the rotation of the globe as to whether or not Araja is considered... But Araja is considered east. Just is it considered east of Arinda Ares? Or is it considered south of Arinda Ares? I mean, some of these I feel like I definitely know. Some of these I feel like I... Oh. Drove 5 hours west and passed 8 flags, then turned north at Tanner Fork and drove 2 hours north. I'm gonna figure this out, don't you worry. I really wish I'd taken a photo of the train station when I was down there. Of the orders of the train stops. That's the one that I think is probably most likely to give me the available information for this. I think Grand City of Fen makes the most sense. colors most often associated with always? That is orange. What following would be the least patriotic room pairing? A chapel in Fen Ares. That's red and red. A shop in Arc Ares. A greenhouse in Coral Rica. Where are my colors? Because I think those actually line up. No, green is the nuance, so a greenhouse would not be in Coral Rica. A hallway would be in Coral Rica. What color is the fruit that gives you 3 steps when consumed? I think an apple gives you 2, I think a banana gives you 3, and an orange gives you 5, so I think it's yellow for a banana. Solve the following problem. 5 minus 5 times 2, 0. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12, times 2 is 24. 5 minus 2 is 3, times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16, minus 5 is 11. This isn't going to be 1, 0. It's going to be 10, right? But I'm not certain. So 10 times by 4 divided by 5 minus... So... Okay, no, I'm assuming it has to be 10, because 1 plus 0 is 1, times by 4 is 4, divided by 5... No, we don't get an answer as a... Well, divided by 5 and then times by 4. Yeah, 16 over 5. No. So 10 times by 4 is 40, divided by 5 is 8, minus 4 is 4. 1 minus 4 is 3, negative 3, negative 6, plus 1. 3 minus 1, negative 1, negative 8, negative 4, negative 20. What? 3 minus 4, we have negative 1, times by 8, negative 8. Divided by 2, negative 4, plus 5, 1. Alright. What element is on the periodic table represented by C? I would have to guess that that is going to be carbon. But I do have the ability to check. Oh no, I actually don't have the full periodic table up here. I just have the periodic table from the puzzle. As in the coded version of it. Oh, that's funny. Oh boy, okay. I'm gonna pull up some of my old footage of that room so that I can actually solve this one. Oh god, how do I know which has that in it? Oh boy. Okay, let's have a look at the other ones first. AG is silver. What element would not be used in the spelling of the word clues? Uranium is U. Carbon is C. I think radon is R. Chlorine, NaCl, Cl, U. Yeah, I guess it's radon. How many elements are on the top row of the periodic table? I mean, that one I can actually tell from my screenshot. On the top row, there are 2. The city of Fen is south of which small body of water? The Morning Bay. How many cities in Fen Ares are larger than Reddington? Well, I'm not sure I know. The Sightseer's Guide to Reddington is probably the 3rd largest city in Fen Ares, it says. So there are 2 larger cities. Which of the following is not a realm in Fen Ares? Sorry, near Fen Ares, rather. Furthest is probably Coral Rica, if I had to guess. Let me just make absolutely certain. Fen Ares, or previously Orinda Ares, has Arc Ares, Araja, and Nuance nearby. Yes, so Coral Rica is certainly the furthest. which sigil denotes the realm of Ark Ares. Ark Ares is mountains. What realm is directly north of Araja? There's no realm. It's Fen Ares at the moment. Where are you as you take this exam? We are in Mount Holly, Reddington, Fen Ares. Which two pieces of art would be the best to depict the letter B? Birch tree and oak tree. No. Hay bale and mug of ale. Bale minus ale is the letter B. Yep. Which following pieces of art was not displayed in the grade 5 classroom? Pry was, because there's a pry with a crowbar. Bride was. Flan was. Jungle wasn't. Which of the following pieces of art is not displayed in Mount Holly's entrance hall? There's a face and an ace. Realize isn't there. Trinsdale might be, though. Can you spot the difference? That's Arinda. That's Arindia. So this is the different... That's Arinda the angel, Arindia. So the difference is the letter I. Who was the first crowned ruler of Fen Ares? Now, this is the annoying thing. Prince Leosin was dead. Desolettes died before. Desolettes never got crowned. Desolettes the fourth, that is. So General Teskin, who became King Tiskin? Huh? In which era were the railways of Fen Ares destroyed? Agera is the name for the first era, and then we have second and third. When were they torn up? Because I thought it was after the... war. But I suppose I'm wrong. We'll keep Trinsdale Lake. Main Station Bazaar. Located underground, was eventually... Realms trains were still in service at the time, but they are no longer. Okay, yeah, but when were the trains torn up? That's actually in an article that I read once. Which article? It's one of the earliest things, I think. Tensions rise on the southern border. January 11th, 1929. The Crown's recent decision to dismantle the realm's remaining railways has caused increasing tensions with our southern neighbor, Araja. Early reports have alluded that in addition to their other demands, the Crown has requested the asylum granted to the former House of Desolet be revoked. Now, as I understand it, the fourth era is when the realms are split, so it has to be after that, because up until that, it's not Arinda Ares yet. So it has to be the sixth era. How long did the war of the fifth era last? Of course, 22 years. The entire fifth era. It's true as well. What was the first capital city of Fen Ares? Of Fen Ares? The first capital of Fen Ares. It's got to be the grand city of Fen. Because Arinda Ares' capital was moved from Reddington to Aurus, but Fen Ares didn't exist as a state until that point. Which realm gifted Fen Ares a dirigible to headway their victory parade at the conclusion of the war? Gift of a dirigible has to be from Nuance, who do air travel. The deciding battle of the War of the Fifth Era was fought near what famous landmark in 1836? That's a great question. That's one of the pictures from the history classroom, which I did take the pictures from. Deciding battle of the Fifth Realm. was fought near a famous landmark. So the parade was near the Colossus of Arinda, as well as the grand city of Ven. But the decisive battle itself? Could it be Angel Tower? I don't know if I have a specific reason to suspect that it would be Angel Tower. It's definitely not Mount Holly. I don't think it's Colossus Arinda. I don't think it's the Royal Museum of Fen. Royal Museum of Fen would be in a town, so would Angel Tower, and it looks like the battle took place in a town for that. The deciding battle. Okay, so the deciding battle. So deciding means that it's very literally the conclusion of the war. We know about the conclusion of the war. Specifically, peace terms of surrender have been offered. The red flags over the citadel are welcome. I'm not certain. I'm gonna say the Royal Museum of Fen. Angel Tower. Never mind. I said Angel Tower instead. Solve the following problems. 6 squared is 36. Negative 3 squared is 9. Minus 3 is 6. 12 inverted is 21. 11 times 3 is 33. Rounded to the near... Wait. What? Oh, it's divided. Sorry. 11 divided by 3 is... just under 4. Rounding that to the nearest digit is 4. 16 plus 5 is 21. Times 2 is 41. Minus 1 is 40. Eh? And then it'd be inverted. Wait, what? 4 squared, 16, plus 5, 21, times 2, 42. Right, of course. And then minus 1, 41, invert 14. 5 times 2 is 10. No, divided by 2 is 2.5. Times by 3 is 7.5. Rounded to the nearest tens is 10. Minus 1 is 9. Times by 6 is 54. Plus 100 is 154. Rounding that to the nearest 100 space is 200. What is the Eurasian word for house? That is hue. What does Nevyite mean in Eurasia? I'm certain I've already gotten something wrong in this exam, by the way. I'll have to come back. This is fine, though. Yite is gate. Nev is the start of new gate. The phrase Trevengle can be translated in several different ways. Which of the following is not an interpretation of the trait? Okay, so tre is tree, and then it's only suffixes after that. En le. So en and le. No, it's ven and le. So old, the end of, and a lack of myself. That old tree is not owned by me. That would be fair. My tree is not very old. I don't think that is it. I cannot see the tree trunk. Certainly not that. Is the start of the tree, so it would be nev trele. I am not an old tree. I think it's this one. How would you say the following phrase in Eurasian? You have a very, very long name. So you, I believe, is ul. Naidao, that's night day. Absolutely not. Lolu Radao. I don't know what Ra is yet. Ra is something. The only one of these that includes J-O-R, which means jaw, is jaw, which means name, is the second one. Jaw arm. Ra jaw arm. So it seems like Ra might be like a modifier for intensity. How would you tell an Arajan count me out? Leave Lou. El count vo. El me count away. Me count away. Yep, that'll do it. Using the provided Arajan terms for cardinal directions above, what would the clearest way? I mean, first off, let me take a shot of those. What would be the clearest way for you to give instructions for someone at point A to get to point B? So I, like, north, it's northwest west, sorry, northeast east. So to me, it would be in et. Et try. I mean, okay, kinda. In et is just north, east, south. That's not a thing. Agin et ovtrai isya trevo. Main et etam. Matrai etis maor. So, maor is small west, so it's not going to be that, I don't think. Et is south. What? Yeah, absolutely not. Main, small north, and then west large, small tree, east south. Yeah, I think it's Ajin. First, north, east, Ovtre, toward tree, Isya. Yeah, it's absolutely. Isya is south last, Trevo, tree away. In ancient Orindia, the number 8 was considered by Ageran scholars to be mathematically near perfect, though in many secular sphere held that only this advanced form of 8 was worth numerical perfection. So 8 squares 64 in a circle, and then you square that again, 64 squared again. I can't tell you the number for that off the top of my head, so 64 times 64. 4098. Don't think that's relevant. B. Square 8 and then round it to the nearest is 60. Nearest 10 spot, that is. This is round 8 to the nearest 10, giving it 10, and then you square that for 100. None of these are advanced forms of 8 as far as I'm concerned. And this final one is 8 squared again, 64. And then inverted, 46. 46. And then I am going to use a standard periodic table for this because I've seen it. I just did not take a photo of it, unfortunately. Carbon absolutely is C. Below helium, we have neon. Which of the following is not real? I don't think I don't think double L is. Y is not ytterbium, that's YB. Y is yttrium. MT is Meitnerium. I just want to confirm there's an HO before I lock in double L. Because it'd be real embarrassing, you see. I give you pretty much exactly enough time to try and solve this stuff. HO, holmium, yeah, it's double L. Alright. I'm gonna also take screenshots of each page of my exam so that I can compare any thing that I need. Alright. That was fun. I imagine tomorrow I will get my results for that. Can I take the exam again? Because I've got the mirror? Like, I can draft another classroom, possibly. I mean, I'm going to redraw. Clock tower, armory. Redraw. What happens when you have 10 classrooms? Oh, you have to go back to grade 1. How dare you? Can I prestige? Okay. More and more, I feel like the appropriate thing to do with the rest of this run will be Salt Gallery, Ladyship's Diary. I'm not going to have an opportunity for. Send more letters, remove more crate. Spawning 46 is an outer room, so I guess if I have the ability to generate the throne room, that would be ideal. Generating a key 8 as well is really important for me. I'll take attic. Too many items to turn down, you see. 2 gems, a key, even more reroll ability. The secret garden. Don't think I'm going to have the opportunity to do that. Oh, treasure map. Treasure map. Treasure map in a location that I have? I have no shovel. Room doesn't just sneakily have a shovel hanging out, does it? No. Well, that's slightly annoying, because if I could dig that up, it might give me enough money to be able to purchase the Trophy of Wealth. Also, now that I know the questions, I'll have the ability to look back at previous rooms and possibly jot down additional information that those rooms have. Yeah, it doesn't. Ah! That shovel's a shovel. Oh, you're kidding me. This courtyard. Oh, no, it's still one room over. Hang on. Where is it time to get digging? Oh. One more classroom over. It's in the exam room. Come on, 40 gold. No gems. Don't need gems. Just give me 40 gold. Okay. At least it has some money. I'm now only 10. Sorry, 12 rather. Coins off. It's obviously time to start digging as well. A few old coins. Now we're only 10 off. And if I can find someone who wants to buy that worthless shoe... Okay. Rank 8. Key 8. Woo! It's like the secret garden. See. Mundanity. Oh, hello. The sum of my sin, as it is penned, is a number within the room we are in. The sum of my sin, as it is penned, is a number within the room we are in. So do any of the rest of these have a number? I recommend you think again if I am ever in a bin far from the fin. To begin, place me within a bin with an N within its sin. You won't find my bin in between sin, for I deserve to be in a bin on the end. To my chagrin, my neighbor's sin is written thin to fit it all in. So you are probably avarice, because it's the most thin written next to mundanity, which had to be filled out like that. I share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. If we spend a min or 10, so hang on, 10, lounging in the den, you'll know which bin I'm often in. A min or 10, sloth. The bin I tend to wind up in is near the bend in the tail of the skin. Near the bend in the tail of the skin, so hubris and envy. Okay, cool. So, the one that I'm looking at as well says the sum of my sin, as it is penned, is a number within the room we are in. So there's the room 8, but there's also the number 10 written on one of these. So I think 10 could also be it. Avarice. The sum of my sin. The sum of your sin. Sloth. Gluttony. Wrath. Gluttony. Envy. Envy. No, that doesn't give us any information, does it? The sum of your sin, as it is penned, is a number within the room we are in. What's N in Roman numerals? I don't think it has Roman numeral. Oh, that's funny, it does. So apparently N can be used for nulla, which is 0, nothing. That doesn't feel correct. Gluttony, wrath, hubris. I mean, this is... I kind of want to put you back. I recommend you think again if I am ever in a bin far from the fin. So... yeah. Let's pop you on lust, just to start with. Ah, okay. You can only pick up one at a time. Good. If we spend a min or 10 lounging in the den, you won't know which bin I'm often in. You'll know which bin I'm often in. A min or 10 lounging in the den, that has got to be sloth by my mind. The bin I tend to end up in is near the bend of the tail in the skin. So I think you're hubris. I share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. So A and I are in both mundanity and avarice. I'm going to put you on mundanity. To my chagrin, my neighbor's sin is written thin to fit it all in. And you will go on avarice. You won't find my bin in between sin, for I deserve to be in a bin down on the end. You won't find my bin in between sin, for I deserve to be in a bin down on the end. Oh, gluttony and sloth both share O and T. Some of my sin is often panned as I think envy is the only one I can even really. To begin me, place me within a bin with an N within its sin. I mean, that feels like that should be envy. Okay, I guess the other one's gonna be wrath. Woo, we did it! Yay, it's solved! It's definitely not wrong at all. The sum of your sin, as it is penned, is a number within the room we are in. The sum of your sin, as it is penned, is a number within the room we are in. Is that you telling me that it just has 8 letters and it's 8, right? Literally, is that you telling me that you have to be in gluttony? We spend a minute or 10 lounging in the den, you'll know which bin I'm often in. That could be mundanity, but I don't think so. The bin I tend to wind up in is near the bend in the tail of the skin. I feel like that's gotta be hubris as well. I don't think... Yeah, I definitely don't think that's supposed to be there. I share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. So, there's no double letters. Yeah, gluttony, sloth, and wrath. Yeah, those don't have double letters. I share a twin with my neighbor's sin. That's... single neighbor. My neighbor's sin. A letter on its twin. Feels like you have to have mundanity and avarice. I can maybe move hubris over there and then... Okay, hang on. Monkey on envy. Dog on hubris. Bunny back on mundanity. So envy is still near the hook in the... I really feel like that should be there. I This will have to be in a bin down on the end. You won't find my bin in between the sin. You are absolutely hubris or mundanity. I share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. Ah, got it. No, I don't. Yes, I do. A letter and its twin. A, N, N. Yes, so you 100% are there, which means that dog, you 100% are there, which means that envy, you have to be there. Lost. I recommend you think again if I am ever in a bin far from the fin. I do think you should be on there. To place me, first begin with an... yeah, there's no N in Wrath, so you will have to move. The sum of my sin, as it is penned, is a number within the room we are in. Sloth, if we end up minute or 10 in the den, you'll know which bin I'm often in. I feel like that should be Sloth. Avarice, to my chagrin, my neighbor's sin is written thin to fit it all in. I think Wrath and Avarice both could, because Gluttony is written slightly thin, and it's still a neighbor of Wrath. So could Avarice? Also, Chagrin, Wrath, Discord. First begin, place me in one with an N in its name. Okay, well, look, the N in its name is only envy. Can't be envy. Can't be mundanity. Well, actually, I share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. I could put that in avarice, and then you could go all the way in the corner in mundanity. I thought that sounded like it did something. Sum of my sin, as it is penned, as it is written, as it is written, I do think is a number within the room we are in. I do think that has to be gluttony with 8 letters. Hubris, envy, wrath. Mundanity is 10 letters, avarice is 7. Yeah. To my chagrin, my neighbor's then is written sin to fit it all in, says Wrath. That said, avarice and mundanity are both that as well. To first begin, place me within a sin with an N within its sin. A sin with an N within its sin. Oh, I could rotate some stuff here, actually. So, if I take the dog and then pop that on mundanity, having the rabbit on avarice, that opens the ability to put the lion on envy and then the monkey back on hubris. I like that a lot. Yep. That made sounds. A sounds occurred. Oh, a sounds occurred and also I now can't move them. Oh! The Infinity Trophy for solving Room 8 on Rank 8. And we get 2 allowance tokens, each raising our allowance by 2. I'll admit that was actually a little less exciting than I thought it was going to be. Unsurprisingly, Key 8 unlocked a door leading to a familiar-looking room, a cryptic room that had been previewed in the final 8-letter artwork exhibited in the gallery. It is now time to ruminate over the bins, sins, and bins within. Cool. But what will this room have if I ever spawn it again? Is this puzzle just solved, though? Ask us on a postcard. I gotta make sure that I end today in... Oh, okay. I'm gonna tell you, by the way, that if I end today in the final exam hall, there's no way it will just spawn the final exam hall again. It will just spawn the first classroom. So I don't think that's relevant. Bride, Flan, and Pry? Yep. So we got the art class question correct as well. I mean, here's the periodic table of elements, just in case I need to take a photo of it in the future. For the future, rather. Yeah, and this is the classroom I didn't come into. The South Key. And the Sacred Circle. I know they're both something. I couldn't tell you what. Spiral of Stars up there as well. I'll tell you that's important too. Alrighty then. Oh, hang on. That person traveled west. Okay. I have no history about Colossus Orinda either. Royal Museum's up there. Yeah, the other person traveled west to get to... What was it? Oh, yeah, they came from Oris. No, they traveled west. So they came from out here. Which means they can't have come from Oris, Reddington, or Fen. Took a screenshot of that geography for later as well. Wait, that's not a... No, it's not a usable item. Dining room dinner is served. I am going to eat a bunch of food that I don't need. Yes, over 200 steps. Can I get a little bit more money, please? I actually could have spawned a secret garden there. Close exhibit, ballroom. We'll redraw. Office, observatory, planetarium. Redraw again. Veranda. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Sure. Hopefully the north door is locked. And I can make a secret garden, but if not, it's fine. It doesn't matter. It's not locked. Casino does have money in it. I would specifically have to also win, though. No. Conference room! There go all of my rerolls as well. Perfect. Secret garden, thank you. Also, now I have a conference room directly behind me with a bunch of food in it. Worthless old brick. No other dig places out there, that's okay, because in here, I have an absolute tragedy of food. Far too much. Conservatory, laboratory, and library. Can't turn down the conservatory. Just keys, dang. Servants' quarters. I like that being unusual. I certainly don't want it to be rare. Rotunda. I would love you to be standard. You cost a lot of gems, but like when I can use you, you're great. Maybe not rare. Maybe, yeah, standard. Guest bedroom. You absolutely should be rare. I don't need you. Get out of here. Office. For exactly the reason you thought, by the way. Spread gold in the estate. Spread gold in the estate. Great. Now it's time to go get my trophy of wealth as well. A lot of trophy progress today. And then I want to end my run in the treasure trove again. I've solved enough parlor puzzles at this point. Yes, I don't have to go in there and solve a puzzle today, even if I don't need to. Although I think I also did already, so a couple different ways that's not especially relevant. Oh, I do have to go all the way through the main room. Couple extra gems. Oh, even more dye and money. Obviously, we'll unlock this also. Red memos in blue boxes are always true. That one's false. We know that to be false. Because the next couple, the next 4 green memos in this room are false. Trophy of wealth. For buying out the entire stock, including this trophy. I've already generated an outside room. I'm not holding a sanctum key or anything similar. And I have no additional rooms I can draft. That is what we call a run. Oh, actually, I could literally draft another room outside of the antechamber right now. Secret Garden has the ability to... Wait, hang on. Is south entrance of antechamber... I don't have weight room spawn. Never mind, I can't get in there. Okay, we're all good. Calling it a run here. And I'll have to be more than happy with the Garden Schoolhouse of Mount Holly. 4 green rooms, 10 classrooms, 99 steps taken, 300 left in the tank, 55 items found, and 1 new room. We get room 8 for the very first time. I'm looking forward to more letters and crates in the next episode, though. Until then, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Blueprints. A lot of progress on those trophies today. It might be time soon to set up a new save file to get 2 of the additional trophies that you can accomplish from the first day. Until then, hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.